It is difficult to enjoy this moment. The wind is howling. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's howling. It's a subtle howl. I don't know how. Now that the wind is simmering down, it is easier to enjoy this moment. I've stopped taking my meds. Yes, I have. That's why this moment is so hard to enjoy sometimes. I get twitches. I feel ill at ease in my skin. But I know it's just a doorway. And I know that I have to walk through it. I have to walk through the doorway to come back into the present moment and be able to enjoy it. And sometimes you will find me in my study, perusing great tomes of knowledge. And I'll be in between chapters, pacing. Of course, my strides are much larger than what you see now. The circuit, much broader. I just trim it so that you can get a sense of the gravity involved in my pacing. When I don't enjoy the present moment, I tend to grind my molars. You could see it. There. And there. The meds weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. I should know better. I've read so many books, but I lack faith that I can just relax. It should come as no surprise that I do have some trauma in my background. Are you surprised? I have various neighbors who agitate me greatly. One of them will be showing up any moment now with her worries. I don't know why she tells me her worries all the time. Is it the misery loves company kind of thing? Why? Hello, hello. Hello, Agatha. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. What are you doing? She calls me her captain. I was just coming over here to have a look around and see that everything is as it should be, my captain. Hello, Agatha. I see you've been reading. What are you reading? Oh, I've just been reading about antiquity, Agatha. Antiquity? Oh my gosh, that sounds so serious. What are you doing there? Well, Agatha, they are they being antiquated? I do believe that is what they would be doing in antiquity, just being antiquated. Isn't that right, Captain? Yes, antiquated. I love my sense of humor. So dapper. Agatha, don't you have something to worry about today? That reminds me. Yes, let's hear it. You come over every day to tell me what you're worried about, and I figured today it is no different. Well, my captain, it is. As a matter of fact, it is because when I was at home drinking my chamomile and honey, Captain, I started to worry. Is that so? Yes. Yes, and then my butler came and told me something very interesting. Oh, your butler? Yes, Trent. You have a butler named Trent? Yes, I do. Why have you not told me about your butler named Trent? I don't tell you everything, Captain. Just what worries me. Oh. Okay, well, how long have you had this butler named Trent? Is that really your business, Captain? No, I suppose it's not, Agatha. I'm just making conversation. Don't make conversation with me. That's for antiquity, where they're doing their antiquarian thing. Okay. So you were talking to your butler, Trent. What did Trent have to say? Well, Trent is very protective of me, you know. I actually don't know that at all, Agatha, because this is the first time I've actually heard about Trent. Yes, well, he's a butler. So naturally, if he's doing his job correctly, he's going to be very protective of me. Why is that such a hard concept to grasp, I wonder? It is not a difficult concept for me to grasp. The captain just grasps it naturally. Oh, yes, you do, Captain. With all these little books that you've got milling about, gathering dust, reading about old people. Little books. Little. You know, Agatha. She would rather drink her tea and consult the Akashic records. She doesn't need books like you do, Captain. I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you in your little chapters? I was talking to Trent. Trent. I named him Trent. That explains it. Yes. His original name was Lawrence. I said I will not have a butler named Lawrence. Lawrence, would you please bring me my tea? No, Trent. Agatha would like her tea. With honey. My butler, Trent. It's a little sexy, is it not, Captain? I love it. I detected a little bit of British there. You did? Oh. A little bit of an affectation, don't you think, Agatha? An affectation? No, God, no. I am truly authentic. There's nothing affected about me, Captain. Anyways, I was talking to my butler, Trent. And he was telling me about his father. Trent was telling you about his father. Oh, go on. Yes. Yes. Yes, Captain. I'm working on my pauses. His father's name. Would you like to know it? Sure, I will not tell you. It's very important for me that when I talk to you, Captain, this is about me turning over a new leaf, okay? When I talk to you, it is absolutely important that every single time I open my mouth, you are ravished. You are practically hanging on every single word, and this is how I've trained Trent. Oh yes, my butler hangs on every single word. Don't you, darling? Yes, Agatha. Trent, I tell you something. Yes, Agatha. Trent, I do have a problem. And it's the captain who's told me I need to change my behavior. Because he's getting very irritated with me, and I understand why. I understand. Trent, I worry so much. I am a worry wart. And who wants to be a wart, Trent? Oh, Agatha, nobody wants to be a wart. Agatha, I am just a mere butler, but I know nobody would like to be a wart, much less a worry wart. Can I tell you something, Agatha? Absolutely, Trent. Absolutely. The butler formerly known as Lawrence. You know I could have nothing to do with that name. As you wish, Agatha. I am happy to abstain from Lawrence and toss Lawrence into the dustbin of history. May I tell you what my father said about worrying? And with a name as illustrious as Trent? Absolutely. Tell me what your father said. Well, my father said to me that worrying is a waste of time. Oh, is that so? Yes, he did. Why all the fanfarado? Why didn't you just tell me your father told you that worrying is a waste of time? Now I worry that you're wasting my time, Trent, and that's not why I hired you. I hired you to be efficient, to get me my tea, bring me my honey. That's all because butlers save us time, but now you're wasting my time, and I worry that I've hired the wrong butler. You may have a sexy name because I christened you Trent, Lawrence. Sorry, that's just an affectation. I didn't really spit on the ground, no. But I must say, is there more? I would need to know more. For example, was your father named Jonathan or Ptolemy or Jeffrey or Abraham? No, not at all. Well, yes. He had a very common name. But I did away with that. When I told him that you renamed me Trent, I just simply renamed him, because I figured no Trent can have a father by the name of John. John having a son named Lawrence? No. Trent has a father named Shane. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, what did Shane have to say again? Shane said that worrying is a waste of time, Agatha. God, that is so profound. Worry is a waste of time. Oh my gosh, be still, my beating heart. Oh, I love it. I must tell the captain immediately. Captain! I'm here. Stop reading your little books. Agatha, you notice that you did not avail yourself of the door knocker, nor of the doorbell, but you just casually breezed into my study. What can I do for you today, Agatha? Captain, my butler, Trent, he has a father who I surmise is also a butler in the grand lineage of butlers. Shane is his name. I could just melt. Shane and Trent. Anyways, Shane told Trent, who told me, and I'm telling you, that worrying is a waste of time. Can you just see the pedigree migrating into the present moment? Worrying is a waste of time, Captain. You don't even need your books. You can just listen to me as I listen to Trent, who listens to Shane. Why are you looking at me like that, Captain? You're not going to worry anymore, are you, Abigail? Worrying is a waste of time. Can you just feel time slowing down? When you don't worry anymore. Yes, I can. I wake up without the heavy weight on my chest. Now I do worry a little bit. You're not supposed to worry. Captain, I can't help it. I just worry a little bit. Can I tell you? You want to tell me what you worry about? I thought you were committed to not worrying. I am worried that if I give up worrying, then something terrible will happen. Captain, I need you to take care of me. This is something new for me. You know, every day of my life I've worried about something. Non-stop, Captain. It's just been something. I can't even describe it. So hideous. Hideous, hideous, hideous. Maximus. And now, my butler, Trent, has opened my eyes by sharing the wisdom of his father. Shane, that's his name. And I can fully see the potential of a life without worry, but I worry what a life without worry would be like, and so I'm not quite there yet, you see. And so, Captain, I need you to protect me. Yes, I need you to look over me all hours of the day. Can you do that for me? As your neighbor, we have been neighbors for some time now, and I think you kind of owe it to me since I've been coming into your study every day to check upon you, to keep tabs on you, Captain. Not from a possessive state of mind. Abigail is not that way. Not that way. But I do have thoughts of what might happen. Should I start enjoying the present moment without worry? Captain, sometimes I have thought. Yes, it's occurred to me, crossed my mind, that my worry is a protective mechanism for keeping out even more threatening entities, creatures of the night, who stalk innocent babes such as I. Yes, yours truly is an innocent babe. I don't know if you noticed that when I walked into your study. Hello, innocent babe here. Look at me. Attention, please. Oh, please help me. Yes, I know it's all an act. But underneath it all, I have a sense of worry that was always present ever since I was a little wee babe. That's why I have a butler, Trent. Trent is very logical, and I love his logic, and especially for moments when I am illogical and just subject to desires that are just too much for a lady such as I. Yes, just too much for my delicate constitution, yes. Mad world, you know. Creatures. Yes. Worry. Yes. Threats. Captain. There are threats everywhere. Everywhere I go. I can feel the field of threats. Threats. It would be a comedy if it weren't such a tragedy. It's like a tragic comedy because I can't stop worrying. And yes, I worry that if I worry, then I will waste my life. And that's what the Akashic records say. You are wasting your life with worry, and you worry that if you give up worry, that you will be gobbled up. Captain? Yes. What do you think? Makes sense. Makes sense, yes. Should I get a new butler? Are you growing tired of Trent already? No, but I was thinking maybe I should hire his father, Shane, and then fire Trent, because I don't want to pay two butlers. Unless I can get two for the price of one, because they're related. What do you think? Captain, I need your advice. Don't sit there and read while I'm talking to you. I need you right now. Is it too much to ask as your neighbor? No, it is not too much to ask. In fact, I love it when you come over every day and tell me about the newest escapade. Come over every day and ask you about the newest escapade. I love it. Might we add foray? Come over every day and tell me about your forays and escapades. Captain. You bedevil me so. You know, I do get alone, and I love talking to Trent. I'm sure I would love talking to Shane. But over there, I think about you. And not in that way, but yes, in that way. Okay, we're neighbors, and I'm allowed to have a little fantasy. Am I not? You are. You absolutely are. Tell me why you come over here. Why? Yes, you're obviously possessed. Oh, Captain. Why would you say that? Well, you haven't said anything of consequence in the last, 25 minutes. Oh my gosh, that is so rude. No, Abigail, it's not rude. You're just yammering on. You're not even here to connect. You're here just to talk. And you do it every day, and today is no different. Well, I think I'm gonna go talk to Trent or Shane now. No. Today is going to be a different day, Abigail. Okay. How? Well, you know that tomorrow you'll come in and share something, an epiphany, as it were, a great discovery you've made. For example, today is worrying is a waste of time. But you worry what will happen when you stop worrying. That's your new motif for today, and I am your captive audience as your neighbor. And you are quite captivating. Well, thank you, Captain. I like to captivate captains, it seems. No, I'm just kidding. You're the only captain. It's not a plural of captains, just a singular captain, and that is you. I love to captivate the captain. Right. Yes, I am a captive audience. You really know how to make a girl blush, don't you? What is it that you get out of coming over here and just performing? It's like this is a burlesque of the soul. And you come over here and you just completely take over my study. Surely you don't mind? Wouldn't matter if I minded. Would it? You're reading about old people who are dead. And I come over and I add a little life to the place. Throw open the curtains. Wipe away the dust bunnies. Yes. Sit down. Fold my legs. And act like the feminine lady that I am. Yes, you do. And part of me is grateful, seeing as I have been unceremoniously ostracized. Yes, it is a horrible thing what they did to you, Captain. You don't know the least of it. Oh, Trent told me. Trent. Yes, Trent knows all about it. Who is Trent? I told you his name is Lawrence, but I just call him Trent, and I told him his new name is Trent because I cannot have a butler named Lawrence. It's not the 1800s, you know. What did Butler Trent tell you? What did he tell you? Well, it went a little something like, he's a nasty fellow, you know. Oh, please. He's a charming man. There's nothing nasty about him. No. You're only seeing one side of the captain. I know why he's here. Why he's here? Well, yes. He's been living alone in his house for quite some time. He was actually an outcast from his clan. Excuse me, how do you know that? Oh, we have to keep track of all of our enemies. I do find this very difficult to comprehend. How is the captain your enemy? You're my butler. Oh no, I am not just your butler. Nor is my father Shane just a butler as well. That is the outward, visible manifestation that we present to you. We are here to watch you, and we are here to watch the captain. You're here to watch me. Yes, that's one of the reasons that worrying is a waste of time. Am I your enemy? No, you are not. If you were my enemy, or my father's enemy, we would not be talking. No, we would not. Wow, you sound like a powerful man. Are you? Are you powerful? I'm connected. So now you're my sexy butler who's connected to a really powerful group of people. I love it. That is so hot. The captain is a nasty man. Why do you think he reads all those books? I figure he reads those books because he's bored out of his mind. Who would read about old people who were dead thousands of years ago? Yes. Is he nasty because he reads books? No. He reads the books because he's nasty. Okay. I really don't know what to say about that. He seems like a very nice man to me. I like to see him every day. No, you do not. Okay, I don't know how to have this conversation because technically you're my butler and you should not be disagreeing with me. But I suppose we can make an exception for the sake of this conversation. I go over there because I enjoy his company. Not meaning to be disrespectful or impolite to you, Butler Trent. No, you do not go over there for those reasons. Okay. You go over there because you feel compelled to to go over there and talk and talk and talk. I like to talk. He likes to listen. Is there something wrong with that? You do like to talk. He does not like to listen to you, but he is listening to you. Well, if I feel compelled to go over there, why? What is making me go there? Why would I do that? Well, because he's calling you over. He's exercising his influence. I'm going over there because he's making me go over there. He doesn't really like me that much. I'm working on him because I really like him a lot. But he doesn't seem to like me. Abigail, it's not a question of whether he likes you or not. It's not about that. How do you feel when you go over there? I just feel a lot of energy. I feel really explosive. I just can't seem to control myself. Yes. Because I just found him so attractive. I just found him so attractive that I feel like I figure like that's the reason why I'm just like cannot shut up around him. He's using his influence on you. I still don't understand what you mean by that. Maybe ask your father. My father is the one who told me about the captain. So how did he get outcast? Why is he such a nasty man? He feeds off your energy. Okay, I'm really attracted to him. Yes. I know. I actually feel like you're getting into my head right now, because the captain is a really nice, loving man. And now you're telling me he feeds off my energy and influences me and doesn't really care about me, and I feel like I'm going to cry. I really like the captain. My father told me. When I talked to him about the captain, my father told me. Son, he comes from a long line of individuals who feed off the energy of others. Do you mean like a vampire? Yes, very much. But it's not blood. It's energy. But the mechanism is the same, essentially. They just suck the energy out of the individual. But first they must get the individual into an agitated state. so that the individual is constantly emanating energy. And then the vampire, as it were, sucks all the energy inside, like a vacuum. The person is depleted afterwards, must go home and just rest until he or she is restored. And then they'll go back for more once they hear the call. We can call them vampires. They go by a different name amongst themselves, but for our purposes, this is fine. Father, what is that different name? It is not a name that I can pronounce. Really? Yes, it's forbidden. You know the name though, right? Yes, son, I know the name. Why is it forbidden? Because if I say the name, I'm conjuring them. And once I conjure them, I will feel a constant pull to be in their presence. Even now, when you're around Abigail, Agatha, whatever her name is. And she goes by Abigail and Agatha, just depends. You don't have to get either of them right. Abigail, Agatha. Notice that when you are around her, you start to feel it yourself. I do feel something, Father. Yes. You will feel this leaching, as this siphoning. Energy's leaving your system and going into her. Why is that? I don't know the reason. It is because she's a vacuum herself now. It's osmosis, just pulling in energy because she's been sucked dry by that nasty captain. What did he do? It's unclear what he did. But he was outcast by his own clan. So it must be fairly serious. I wonder if Agatha knows any of this. How she feels it. Whether she has a name for it is another matter. But it's possible that she could actually learn information. So that's why you're here. Yes, that's why you're here. Yes. Why are we watching him? We need to make sure that he doesn't get out of that house. Well, couldn't he just walk out? No. He can't leave that house. Not as long as I'm here. Wow, what are you doing? I'm making sure he can't leave that house, son. Yeah, but, Dad, I don't understand how you would be able to do that. Yes. I know. Okay, well, can you tell me? I bombard that house with energy so that all of his energy goes back in on himself and he simply consumes and feeds upon him. Effectively, it's a form of energetic paralysis where he can't really do anything of consequence, because he's just eating himself. The only respite is when Abigail, Agatha, goes in there, and he can feed on her. If I lift the field, he'll go hunting again. Is there any problem if I actually talk to him about this directly? No, you can't talk to him about what I'm doing, son. He doesn't know that I'm doing that. No, I know, but if I just talk to him and just get his side of the story as to why he's kind of locked up in this house, why he's here. He doesn't really know that he's locked in the house, or he doesn't know why. He, of course, knows that he was outcast. Okay, well, may I have your permission to talk to him about why he was being outcast? Yes. Even I don't really know the answer to that. I was just assigned this post to keep him in his place. Okay. Okay. Father. Son. Agatha, I spoke to my father. You spoke to the butler, Shane. I did. He sends his regards. Oh, God, what a man. Just the few times that I've been in his presence have been so lovely. He has this way about him. He's such a giving man. A very giving man. Yes. I'd like to go over and have a conversation with the captain. Tell me if you'd like to be present. Of course I would. I'm just feeling a little bit drained at the moment. I always like to go over there in a state of just effusive, ebullient joy and just give of myself so much to the captain, because he's there by himself and I know that he doesn't get out much. So I like to just show up and just give him the world, you know? Open up my heart. Yes, I know that. Don't you feel the same way when you're with him? Well, I've only been with him once or twice. And? Well, he seemed like a gentleman. A gentleman, of course, yes. He's so much more than that, but yes. Yes, he is a gentleman par excellence. A gentleman extraordinaire. I love the captain. Oof, just going over there, I can feel my energy rising. Let's go see the captain, shall we? After you, my lady. Hello, 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 Mr. Captain, we're here, and I brought my butler, Mr. Trent. Hello, sir. Trent? To what do I owe the honor and pleasure of this visit, Agatha? Well, I'm going by Abigail today, just so you know. I do prefer to call you Agatha, but I will call you Abigail. Yes, Abigail. Tell me why you're here today. Well, you know why she's here, sir. Do I, Trent? Yes. Why is she here then, Trent? Well, she's here to see you. Okay, yes. She's here to see you, Captain. Yes. Yes, she is. Captain, I find that I'm quite curious about you. Is that so? Yes. Okay, well, fascinating. Captain Trent. Captain. Yes, Trent. Captain, I would like to ask you a question. Okay. Be my guest. Ask. Do you get out much? No, I do not. I sense that you don't get out that much. What gave that away? I don't know. I just had that intuition. Captain, I would like to ask you a second question. May I? Well, technically that would be your second question. Tell me if you'd like an extra one. If you'd be so kind. I would. Okay, why are you here? Why am I here? This is my house. Why wouldn't I be here? Well, since you're asking me a question, I'm going to continue asking and talking to you, without restraint, and if I trespass upon proper decorum, do inform me, Captain. It shall be an interesting conversation, Trent. How long has this been your house? I don't know. Don't you find that odd? You don't know? Yes, it is odd. Do you know how you came to be here, Captain? I do. I do. I put a bag over my head, tied my hands behind my back, tied my ankles together. Threw me in the back of some vehicle. And the captain has been here ever since. Yes, that sounds like quite a story. I wonder what that was like for you. Not pleasant. I can only imagine. Captain, do you know who threw you in the back of the vehicle? I do. You know why? Who? I do know who, and I do know why they said that they did this, but whether it is their true reason or not is another matter. Who did this to you? The elders? Of my clan? Yes. They were concerned about me. Not so concerned that they would kill me, but they were concerned enough to ostracize me. They thought I was dangerous. You think I'm fairly harmless, don't you, Butler Trent? From what I can tell, you seem pretty harmless to me, Captain, but I don't know that I fully understand the situation, so I will reserve judgment until better informed. That's reasonable. Captain, why did they do that? Yes. Well, I can tell you what they said. I would very much like to know that, Captain. Yes, of course. The reason. He said I was feeding off the clan. Feeding. Feeding off the clan? Yes. Feeding. You mean like a cannibal? No. Not flesh. I'm sorry, I don't understand what kind of feeding is not of the flesh type. Now you're just playing dumb. Now you are just playing dumb. I've entertained you up to this point, but don't play dumb when you know the answer. Because your father has told you all about it. Trent. My father? I told you not to play dumb. Yes. Shane. What do you know about my father, Shane? I know enough. A very powerful individual. Okay. Yes, okay. Do you not know his powers? I know a little bit, yes. Okay then. I know what he's doing. Okay. Good. You were about to play dumb and you stopped being dumb. Thank you for not playing dumb. It's the most intelligent thing you've done this evening. Yes, he has spoken to me about you. But he doesn't know exactly the exact reasons for why you're here. I told him that I wanted to find out. I don't mean to be deceptive, I just didn't want you to be uncomfortable. Imagine if I came into your house and just started throwing around accusations and incriminated you, etc. It would be quite disrespectful, Captain, and I don't wish to disrespect you. Yes. Naturally. I'm here because I was accused of feeding off of my own clan. Okay. Did you feed off your own clan? I did. I sucked them dry on more than one occasion. Wow. So they ostracized you for that? Yes, they did. Because I did not succeed. If I would have succeeded, then, of course, there would be no one left to ostracize me. Which is how I wanted it to be. But they were the elders, they were your clan, they were your family. Up to a point, yes. Only up to a point. It was a very violent clan, Trent. Very, very violent. You see, Agatha, Abigail, comes in here every day and just gives me everything. I don't even try. It's just the seed that was planted into her the very first time that we interacted, and that seed has blossomed. Now she cannot help herself. Even me saying this has no effect on her. No, it really doesn't. I just find you to be the most charming and alluring, dark and handsome man I have ever met. Yes, I will be coming here, even if you are sucking me dry. Because I can always just go home and take a nap. Such a lovely woman. Abigail, I can only say thank you. Without your energy, I would probably just shrivel up and die. It is my pleasure, Captain. So you see, Trent, and I do believe Shane understands this as well, this is a symbiosis. Abigail is only too happy to give me all of her energy. In return, I'm simply here and I absorb it all and take it all. She feels fulfilled in being emptied. And of course, I'm satiated. We will likely do this forever as long as your father keeps me here. That's the real crime. I don't know exactly why he's assigned this task of keeping you here, but he seems to think that it's for everyone's best interest. I don't carry any resentment toward Shane. I can understand. He doesn't have the full picture, but I understand why he does what he does, given the fact that he's unaware of why I did what I did. Would you like me to tell him? Of course I would. I tried to suck my clan dry. We're talking about individuals who are thousands of years old. I'm not thousands of years old. only hundreds, but still powerful enough to try. And I almost succeeded. This is a very ancient clan. And there's only 50 of us at a time. Do you know why? Butler Trent. Captain, I do not. Because any less than 50 and we won't survive. Okay. We just need to act alone in the shadows as a clan. We don't have any assistance from any other species. "50 is the smallest number we can get away with, and if another one of us emerges, then we will consume that 51st individual." How does a 51st person emerge? We'll save that for another time. Okay, so what happened? The clan is evil. Yeah, evil is an apt description. When they get together for their ceremonies, all 50, including me, would concentrate on this representation. Is more like a statue of the world. And we would all suck the energy out of it. It's like voodoo, what you know as voodoo. We were sucking the energy out of the world. And when you do that for hundreds of years, you start to wake up. Actually, no, you don't. I'm the only one who awakened. It finally occurred to me why these people were so miserable. Because we were just sucking all this misery into our own bodies, into our souls. They were miserable because we were always sucking their energy from them. They could never do anything productive or happy or self-actualizing. None of it. Every day we would just take and take. And I realized that the quality of the energy was always getting lower and lower and lower over the years. There was no happiness. And there was no happiness because we were taking everybody's energy before they could do anything that made them happy. And instead they were just passive consumers of entertainment, which, by the way, another clan creates. So at one time, while the other 49 were consuming the energy of the planet, and they were in a vulnerable state, unsuspecting, I decided to consume their energy, weaken them. It almost worked. The problem with that is I became so gorged and so swollen, fat, obese with energy that I couldn't even move, and I couldn't even suck out that last bit of energy from all of them. I could get 99% of their energy, Trent, But by the time it was 99%, I was simply too fat to keep going. I couldn't even move, I couldn't even suck, I couldn't do anything. I was just too heavy with energy. It was almost like a black hole. There really isn't anything I can think of. Something so full of energy it can't move anymore. And once I stopped sucking their energy, they slowly but surely regained it. As I then dissipated, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. Meanwhile, they're going 0, well, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's 49 of them, and only one of me. Wow. So you're actually kind of the good guy here, aren't you, Shane? Excuse me, not Shane. It's my father. Captain. You're actually the good guy. Good guy, I don't know. Am I? Well, what were you going to do with all that energy that you consumed from the elders and the rest of the clan? I hadn't even thought that far ahead. I just knew that we were responsible for so much of the misery of the world. Imagine if we weren't sucking all that energy out of people, whether they would actually be subject to the mindless distractions that besiege them daily. They'd have enough energy to realize that all of these distractions are just so low frequency that they're not even worth our attention, in fact, bring us down. Is there anything you'd like me to tell my father? Well, I don't think that he would believe you if you shared my story with him. Or even if he did believe you, I don't think he would take the risk. I could be lying after all. Well, I don't feel drained now, Captain. You're not draining me. It's not easy to drain your species. I would actually have to try a lot harder, and I'm not trying. I don't want to have to drain you. Agatha has gladly given her energy to me. We do this transparently. Well, Captain, I don't know if it's actually transparent. It was transparent after Trent kind of broke it down for me, but earlier I was just so happy to be in your presence. I didn't know why I was always taking naps when I went back home. I'm glad you do. But I'm so curious, Captain, like, how can you just stay here forever? That's a great question, Agatha. Trent. Ask your father how long he plans on keeping me here. And ask him to take a good look at himself.